All right. Hello, hello. Happy Wednesday. Gosh, it's been a few days, hasn't it? Ugh. I have been so, so sleepy. Like, we're talking like 10, 12 hours of sleeping a day for like 2 weeks. I have been beyond exhausted. But today, today was kind of normal. So here we are. I, uh, I'm running out of food in game. Um, Spent a few days just letting some clay fire. We got some nice tan vessels, some cream vessels using the blue clay we've got from out east. The refractory, the cementation furnace is damaged because we've got blister steel. So I'm just going to take that. We also get like the charcoal back, which is pretty handy. I'm gonna put that under the furnace so that we're set to go to fire another batch. I can actually just do that right now. Well, I would do it right now if I had more refractory bricks, actually. I have one, two, looks like three, four, five, six blocks to fix. We can get that running here in a second. If I have any fire clay left, I may not. I do not. Let's see. I still have plenty of powdered calcined flint to go around, though, so let's go ahead and make some of that. But anyway, I hope you all are doing well. I'm starting to feel like my old self again, so I'm expecting to spend the rest of this week streaming like usual, picking up some of my old projects again. Well, not old projects, but things I was in the middle of doing this past month before I was so rudely interrupted. Do I have any bauxite left? I don't think so. I think I used all of it. Really? Well, shoot. I'm not making more refractory bricks today unless I feel like taking a very long trip to the south. The trip that we made to the Resonance Archives last time is basically the same distance. There's a big patch of bauxite out here. It looks like it's in the whole region, but it's really shallow. It's only like 2 or 3 blocks deep in some areas. Well, I will leave that for something to do off stream. I'm not super keen on adventuring out just yet. I have got some harvest work to do after we get this steel going. I know I've gone on a few times lately about, oh, I love smithing, but I'm so tired of doing smithing all the time. And it's like, no, this is worth it. I intend to get some crop work done today, but absolutely getting steel running is of utmost importance. If anything, just for the tools. Steel tools are just fantastic. Also, I've got a greenhouse up and going, and as I get more Terra Preta, we'll fill this out. And of course, there's the growth cap. I think is like 109, 110%. So putting potash on Terra Preta is good, but not that good. You get like an extra harvest of flax in a year, I think. Here, though, we've got onions. And I am super hyped about that. Because onions means salad. Because I don't have any other vegetables going just yet. Well, I've got carrots. Carrots are growing. Those will be done near the end of the month, I think. Start of October. given the warm temperatures in our area, I'm pretty sure growing season will end in October around here. There's a really cool, effectively an almanac tool. It's like it's a calculator that a content creator made for regional temperature stuff, so that you can know, based on what your normal average temperature is. Oh my gosh, that is a lot of onions. So you can reasonably expect when you can plant, since it's all mathed out before you even start playing. Okay, let's go and get these onions put away. Gosh, we've got a stack and a half of those seeds. How long do those take to grow, actually? 35 days, so just about a month. I may plant one more crop of them. The flax is very nearly done. I may end up growing that by hand. Let's go ahead and grab... Will all of these fit in one? No. We're gonna need 2. Just barely. Oh. That was silly of me. I should have picked it up to put it on my back. There we go. I want to go ahead and get these put away. We'll be using a bunch of them today, but getting them put away is a good idea. So let's put you here. I also need to get the meat off the hook and start putting some of this poultry. And I think we'll do the bush meat too. It's not as good, but meat is meat. We have a bunch of eggs that are getting ready to spoil too, I think. We have to boil them first before we can use them in salads. I also want to use some of our leftover flax to feed the chickens again. Get more eggs and work on bone muffins. Also, hiya, Pat. I hope you are doing well. I didn't see the message from Hannah about the Terraria stuff until I was getting ready to start. Anyway, time for steel, before I forget. I'm also thinking, maybe once we've got some salad stuff made today, maybe we'll do some hunting. Because turning steel into arrows is really good. There's a very low chance of them breaking, and I have a bunch of feathers from our chickens. Alright, so with this and our auto smithing, I should actually just be able to have our helve make my tools sweet for me. So we'll do a falx. Oh, I could do a gold-plated falx too. I didn't think about that until just now. So falx, steel pick. Steel axe. Wherever the axe head is. Am I blind? I am blind. Do a knife. I could make a... I won't make a shield yet, but I think I may end up replacing some of our tools up here, some of the bronze ones. It would be nice to have an upgraded set of these chisels. The iron saw is fine for now. What do I really need? Not concerned about the hammer at all, honestly. Let's do some nails and strips. Steel nails and strips are the best binding in the game next to glue. So having some of those on hand would be really, really valuable. You know what? Let's also do shears, because I have not upgraded my old shears. Plus, I hate smithing the shears by hand. Okay. Here's the finishing chisel. We want the wedge chisel. Now the rubble hammer head. I've still got 4 more ingots. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it. I could start working on plates for armor if I really wanted. I don't know if I really want. Let's go ahead and toss these. Sorry, quench them. Because I think the hotter the item is when you go to quench it, the better the quality chance you get. I don't really know how that works with X skills. Let's see what we're looking at. Oh yeah, these are looking solid. Nothing legendary though. We may just work the rest of these into steel and save it for later. Ah!
Whoa.
Ah, 30 months. Gosh, thank you, Biddy. I hope you're holding up all right. End of, you got finals coming up, don't you? Or are you just finishing them? Either way, I hope those are going well, or have gone well. In a few weeks. Okay. So I'm a little ahead of the curve. It's April. It's not May yet. I'm finally getting my energy back, and my sense of time has been thrown completely off. Which does remind me, I need to finish up my preparations for my other brother's birthday coming up. Rush the work related to it at 100%. Hell yeah! If only your classmates could be so enterprising. Because last you and I talked about it, they seemed to put a lot of stuff off. Or maybe it was just that one person. But congratulations, good job. Alright, let's get the hell away from that Hellhammer, because I can feel myself going insane. So we've got onions. We have some rye flour already made. Do we have breadcrumbs? We do. Okay. Those are not spoiled. So we need to boil some eggs. I need to cut the red meat into nuggets. We've got plenty of syrup. I think that's all we need. Because I could do syrup, or I could do eggs for the flax balls. I'm gonna do syrup so you get more fruit satiety out of it. So that make the breadcrumbs, and then the fried version we will mix with more syrup to make the deluxe ones. And the deluxe ones we can put into salad. Or I could do cold pasta, but I'd rather do salad. Hiccups. Alright, so then we're gonna mix our deluxe balls I don't have any cheese, sadly. We can do boiled egg. I guess I could do even more syrup because I've got like 33 liters of cranberry syrup. Add cranberries. So it's 6 slots. So 2 slots of vegetables. We have the slot for the balls, slot for the berries, slot for the syrup. We could add something else. I think we'll probably do breadcrumbs on top of that to add some more grain to the diet. But yeah, I'm out of my non-sealed containers, and I'm also out of, just about out of pies. So we're going to be doing some cooking today. Who sent you something in DMs from Professor you might find hilarious? Oh boy. Oh, I don't know if I ever told you. I was that guy for one of my finals. My professor was he's an older gentleman. He's very old. Pat knows him. It was in our language structures class, and I had finished some work for my finals. It was not like a test or a take-home exam or anything, but it was just a final assignment leading up to the final test. And he had sent out an email the night prior talking about, oh, hey, it's due on this date. And I was like, wait a second. That's like a week later than what's listed in the syllabus. Because I'm that nerd that references the syllabus after the start of the class. So I email him personally saying, hey, just letting you know, you told us it was going to be due on this date, and then you just told us it was going to be a week later. So he sends an email to the whole class, thank God not quoting me, saying, oh, hey, someone corrected me and said it was going to be due this date, a week earlier. Sorry about the confusion. We get to class the next day and everyone's pissed. And I'm just like, oh no. It's like, is he gonna rat me out to everyone? And so class gets started, and someone mentions the email, and he's like, oh, you know what? No, I was confused the first time. We're just gonna make it due a week later. But I'm gonna give extra points to that person who was being honest about it. And I was like, ooh. I mean, that's nice, but that was too close. He's a really nice guy, but man, I really thought that I was done for. And the funniest part is I eventually fessed up to people at my job at the university, because I literally worked on the floor above that classroom. And we went in after class. I was like, okay, I gotta be honest, it was me. I was literally like 3 different people came down on my ass, and I'm like, it's fine, it worked out. He gave us an extension. But it was a lot. I ended up doing pretty well on that class anyway. I was just ahead of the curve on things. It's just set a precedent. But I'm glad to not be dealing with finals and stuff like that anymore, because gosh, I can't take that. It's too much for me. I'm too much of a goody two shoes. I really am. It's like, oh, no, Professor, you got your due date wrong. We need to turn this in earlier. It's like, dodged a real big bullet. Anyway. I will do my steel tools later. I don't want this food to spoil. You know what I could do? I could make honey sulfur poultices now, too. Oops, that's the one I meant to open up. Okay, we got everything lit. Oh. I need to swap out the quern for my mixer. And then we grab the rest of the ingredients after I put my damn charcoal away. And then we get bacon. Now the cool part is I've got enough skill in cooking now that I can make these balls and get more out of them than I put in. So let's grab the breadcrumbs. We'll grab the rest of the spelt flour too as we do this process. Grab the cauldron. Cranberry syrup. Actually, we'll do the red currant syrup first. Okay, so we have the ingredient, the mix. So let's make sure we get this right. Because that mixer will just run if I put the ingredients in too early. I have to do them in a very specific order. And then we can get these tossed onto the oven while we continue to mix. It does put me under a little bit of pressure to... No, it's the salad that'll mix too early. This is fine. Just got to keep an eye on how much time I'm spending here. So that should have been enough to make 16. And okay, so we didn't duplicate the mix. No, I guess it's just the baking that gives us the dilution instead of the mixing. I think the mod's been updated. Because I know dilution works on the baking. I had assumed it did for the mixing as well. Also, at some point, I really would like to go in and finish up the windmills, but the food needs to take priority first. Alright, go in. They should be part baked, right? Let's go ahead and get more eggs boiling. Do I have any other slaked eggs finished yet? No. Next one will be in 2 days. While we wait for these, we can also put the bushmeat and poultry up. Strange, these should be finishing up. Also, I need to put more firewood on. Alright, we'll just do a regular stack of eggs. There we go. Alright, so we put 16 on. And we got 22 out. It's pretty good. Okay, so they're still called spelt balls based on the breadcrumbs you use, not the flour. I see. But they do get separated by their ingredients. Looks like after this batch goes, we'll need to use the cranberry syrup. That is going to be one downside of working with this is with all of these different ingredients, they won't stack properly, so my salads are going to get split up a little bit. Oh, you know what? I didn't check to see if our soybeans were done or not. That might be a good idea. I'm going to set one more batch to mix. And then we're going to head in for the fried balls. And then once all of that's done, we'll mix to make the deluxe ones. Ah, no, wait. I need the cauldron of water. Grab that. And then we get the eggs boiling. We need half the amount. Here's my bowl. There's my bowl. Perfect. Now, part of the issue with the salads I didn't hear, they're made of like 3 different mixed meats. But I don't have to worry about that as much here. Let's grab some firewood. Nice. I'm gonna need to go and grab that cranberry. We ran through that currant syrup really fast. That's why we have it. Alright, so now we're done with the base ones. We can start making the deluxe. Nope, still going. It's also kind of fortunate that the wind is actually going like full bore just around this time. Otherwise, this would be taking a lot longer. Alright, eggs are halfway done. Come on. Come on. Finish cooking. This inner corner is the farthest from all the heat, so it takes just a little bit longer. Okay, that's enough of that. I need to bake some more bread, actually, so that we can get breadcrumbs for the salad. So I'll have a little more mixing to do once I'm done with this. There we go, look at that. These salads will be pretty damn good too once we've got the eggs in. I could add soybeans, but I don't have a lot of those left. I've only got 21. Alright, do another batch of eggs. It's 21. Guess that's just a bucket of water and then a bowl of water. Half a bowl of water. Maybe I should have connected these buildings. Maybe. Or put a water source in my in my cellar. I don't like that as an idea though, like you really shouldn't do that. Not in real life. You wouldn't want water in that. You want it airtight, sealed off. There we go. 21 eggs. Alright, no more of those to cook. Now we're just mixing the deluxe balls. Not gonna lie, some of the foods I make in this game sound really appealing. I don't know about breading, like, breading meat, sure. Using syrup instead of, like, oil for breading meat? Using syrup to bread meat, fry it, and then put more syrup on top of it. Not really doing it for me. And then you mix it in with an onion salad. Not Not the most appealing thing I've ever heard about. You know what, we'll go ahead and finish off this rye. Rye's max temperature is 27 degrees, right? Yeah, negative 12, 27 lasts for 2 months. I need to check what the temperature is at 4 p.m. I forgot about that today. But we should be getting close to the time where I can start putting turnips in the field. Because I'd like to fill out where those onions were with turnips. Either do onions or turnips where the flax is, as we wait for the flax to finish. We've got 2 different fields of spelt and a field of rice. What else? Oh, and the soybeans. And the cabbages. We do have cabbages. I want to... When those finish, if the temperature's right, I would like to get those put... Oh, I didn't take this rest of the syrup out of the thing. Oh, I wasted that. Damn it. It was too much of a rush. Ah, it's fine. It was like 33 liters of syrup. Losing 3 is not going to kill me. I'm also not done mixing, though. I wanted to get the rye flour made to make breadcrumbs, but we're not done mixing yet. That was a waste. Alright, so we'll grab these. Take the eggs off the pit. Mix this flour with some water to make dough. Cook up some breadcrumbs. Cook up bread, then make breadcrumbs. And then we start working on salads. I'm pretty sure this rye flour is not going to make enough. So I will need to make some. Oh, no, no, I could just use a bucket of water. Honestly, I don't need... I don't need to use the mixer to make dough. If we were using, like, rye or yeast starter and oil and stuff like that to make dough, that's one thing, but I think we're good. Okay. We'll grab these. My bad quality boiled eggs. Oh, I need to go back and make sure. All of the spelt balls are deluxe, right? There we go. So now the tedious bit comes up. With the mixing pots. Grab our onion. So 2 batches of onion. Spelt balls. Egg. What else? Breadcrumbs. Which I've already got some. I have enough for 1 salad of spelt breadcrumbs. I can't do syrup in this. That would be kind of a moot point. Berries. I was going to do dried berries. That's right. As if this doesn't have enough cranberry in it. There we go. 10 servings of salad. And then we have to start grabbing crocks. So what I'm going to do is all the full crocks will get sealed. All the non-full crocks will go up for regular food. Because if you try and put non-full sealed crocks with like ingredients in these cooling cabinets, they will get messed up. Now we do it again. Batches of onion, balls, cranberry, egg, and I don't have any breadcrumbs because we're waiting on this. And it doesn't matter that we charred the bread because the breadcrumbs turn out the same anyway. Although charred rye sounds very unpleasant. I'm not a big fan of rye to begin with. But burnt rye? Nah, don't think so. Red porridge. Yeah, you mentioned that before. Oh, you know what I didn't do? I didn't even, didn't try my salad. And I'm starving. Now there we go. That's 80%, and that filled up like 60% of my bar. Plus, because it's a salad, it counts as a vegetable first and foremost. Um, I've got a skill. Where is it? Gourmet adds a quality effect, so that actually gives me some extra health. And it stacks with other health effects too. So this is cranberry red rye. Onion. Egg. Berries. More breadcrumbs. If you get the ingredient order correct, it duplicates the bowls. I didn't get the ingredient order correct, so it didn't duplicate the bowls. Or it didn't stack the bowls, rather. This game's very finicky about crock stacking. This one also didn't make... Oh, it did. It's just in the bottom, I see. Hang on. No, yeah, it didn't make a full 10 servings. I wonder what happened. 2... Yeah, that's... Doesn't seem right. I think I got cheated out of some of my food. What was that about? But yeah, instead of trying to seal these extras, these leftovers, it's kind of just worthwhile leaving them for food I can eat now. Oh, I need more of my boiled eggs. But yeah, this should... You know what? Let me get these smaller portions out of the way. Because you have to use exact ratios with this. So then we have 6. We'll do 6 eggs. Ah! Misclicked. Oh, I'm level 7 in cooking. Look at that. The problem is I've already used all of my profession points that I can use, so I think I'll just stick with Salty Backpack, which reduces the spoil speed of ingredients in my bag. So as I get more stuff, I don't have to worry about stuff spoiling on the way home. 8.8 servings. Odd. Hell, that one's not even a full 4. It's 3.6. Why is that? Oh, well, that one's a 3.6 because that was 7. Yeah, that's... Or, I guess that's the 6. Where it was 6 of everything. That makes sense. I'll go ahead and see... No, I can't seal it because it's not full, and I can screw it up if I'm not careful. I really don't like that. I wish when you went to put sealed Crocs away, if they weren't just full Crocs, that it wouldn't take the seal away. I know it's a bug, because what it's trying to do is move contents around, but it's also breaking the seal at the same time, and it shouldn't. But, so irritating. Okay. Now we can go back to our regular set of meals. This is going to be a bit. Alright, egg, berries, breadcrumbs. I'm going to need to make more breadcrumbs. We'll just do flax, because that's what's going to be readily available here in a bit. Is the oven still on? The oven is still on. Fortunately, this firewood lasts for a long time and is really easy to make, very cheap. Ten point two, 10.2. That is correct. I actually don't have enough Crocs for all the food I'm currently making. I'm gonna make some of that. Ooh, and I can use the nice kiln to make some colored Crocs if I wanted. That would be nice. All right. Yeah, because if we look in the handbook here, there's all sorts of colors of Croc. You just have to choose your... you have to choose your color of clay and then leave doors open for it. Or you could just... you actually can't make the dark brown in a beehive kiln, I don't think. Yeah, it actually just makes the black, gray, cream, whatever. So I'm not going to be able to make matching kilns, but that's okay. Let's just do I should have some blue clay on hand, right? I have a little bit of blue clay. Maybe we'll take care of that today. Put the rest of the ingredients away. Let's take the honeycomb out. These ingredients up right now. We can process the beeswax that is currently waiting. Ooh, whoops. Turn around here. Nice. So that'll give us more wax for either candles or for more sealing. Also, this mod got updated. Now you don't even take the dry beeswax mash out and turn it into honeycomb or beeswax. It just gives you the stuff. So we'll put that away. I could make mead eventually if I were so determined. I don't know. But man, I will be happy to take that way. Really? Nope, not touching it. Let's have a look at our flax. Is this ready just for a full harvest? There's a couple that are still premature. 31 hours, 12 hours, 44 hours. So the vast majority of these are ready to go. I'm really tempted to just harvest it all with a scythe anyway and just say fuck it for the premature ones. That's just kind of RNG, and I'd like to get it out of the way. Plus, it's 64 crops and like 3 of them are premature. If I end up like a few twine short of a project, this will be why, but I'm doing it anyway. I'll manage. It's just so satisfying. Okay. So we'll let this sit. And now, we get the flax seeds put away. How'd we do? 1, 2, 5, 6. So it's about 6 stacks. Almost 7 stacks of grain. And almost 9 stacks of twine. That's really good. I actually don't have enough space in this pot to hold all of that. We'll put the potash away. We'll get back to that later. Almost 500 flags. Very nice. Okay. make some more breadcrumbs. No, don't put it down. So I'll put these on to bake. And then there was something else I was planning to do. And I have lost my train of thought. What was I doing? We had to get breadcrumbs. I need to make crocks. We need to go out and get blue clay. Because I think I'll make some cream crocks. For the hell of it. I may need to make another cooling cabinet while I'm at it. Because we're probably gonna need some more space. And I've got enough space in here for it. Unless I've got a tin ingot on hand. I know I don't have a zinc ingot on hand. Nope, I've already got tin. Set to go. Let's do that then. It's 2 glass, 3 shelves, 2 nails and strips. Where's my regular glass? I'm out of regular glass. What? No, I can't be out of regular glass. Really? Oh, I'll just have to put some more on the fire then. That's strange. Fortunately, I'm not out of fire clay bricks. Also, I learned something today, seeing someone else play Vintage Story. I didn't know you could do this, but it had never occurred to me that it was normal for other people. So when I put these bloomery bases down, I usually put the lids on immediately and then put stuff in. But no, they don't do that. I'm gonna go here. Where's my quartz? You can just put stuff in the base regardless. And then put the lids on. And I mean, it doesn't functionally change anything. But it was so bizarre to me because I had never thought to look at the inside of a bloomery before. Because the chimney doesn't do anything, it's the base that matters. Also, why am I doing that? I have a torch outside. But yeah, just a little tidbit that's really inconsequential, but I thought was interesting. Kind of caught me off guard the first time. Let's put... Let me eat this last bit of pie. Put these away. And then we're going to go grab our clay. No, let's make the shelf first. The cooling cabinet first. Can't. No glass. I love having my energy back, but it does not mean I have my attention span back. Let's grab the clay before I get distracted by something else. And then we'll take a quick break. I'm wondering, do I want to do more hunting today so we stock up more stuff? Because eventually I want to move those slaked egg barrels, or water-glassed egg barrels. I want to move those to the upper floor, and then we can use the lower floor for more food storage. Maybe. Also, the fact that these berries down here are grown again. I haven't been over to my berry farm in a minute. It might be close to time for harvest. And if that's the case, I have to decide, am I making syrup? Am I making wine? What am I doing? I'm probably going to be doing a mix. But I've got several stacks of cranberry bushes out there that I transplanted in the first, like, 2 weeks of playing this in-game. And we're going to have a big harvest. Not to mention, there's plenty still out in the world that I haven't touched. Like, I left them in place like these. So I could get even more if I wanted. Alright, there should be a blue clay deposit. There it is, just past the peat. Hopefully I'm not going to get jumped by wolves like I did last time I was over here. They made for a nice lunch. So let's see. Got the bread baking. Grind that into breadcrumbs later. Do more salad. We have the shelf to make. We're getting ready to fire some crocs. Which, and I need to not forget, I need 54 charcoal for a firing, and it's just under 12 hours. Relatively speaking, it's not the most fuel efficient, but I have a lot of charcoal on hand, and I don't have to do multiple fuel refillings if I use charcoal. It's literally just 6 charcoal in each pile, set it to fire, and then walk away. Alright, I think this should be enough for now. I'll head back. We'll take a quick break for a drink. Stretch a little bit, pet your cats. Yeah, I obviously don't need more flax, but sure, I'll take more. It would be great to start off spring next spring with that field full of turnips and flax. Just some bulk crops and plenty of fabric. You know what I don't know? And I'll have to look it up, because now I'm kind of curious. What is it about flax in particular that produces weavable fibers? You know, how does it make them? What makes it different than other grains? I'm not a big, like, biology kind of guy, but now I gotta know. What is it about flax that makes it so... makes it do that? Like, is there an evolutionary explanation to it? What does it do? It's safe for, like, your typical, oh, the plants are domesticating us kind of argument. It evolved fibers, so we would propagate it. Well, plausible, but I'd be a little skeptical. But I do want to know. I might just look it up on my phone during the break. Because I really gotta know. Anyway, I'm gonna grab food. Have a snack. Take a break. Thank you all for sticking around. We will be back in just a few minutes. You won't miss a thing. Feel free to mute your tab, change your tab, whatever you gotta do. I hate as much as you do, if not more. I will see you in a little bit. Mm. It's a good cat petting session. I love you. Yeah, okay, look it straight at the camera. So, did look at flaxpit. It's something to do with their bast fibers and the fact that they are softer than other plants like jute or hemp. All of them are used for different kinds of fibers, but flax is particularly good for linen because it's got like a lower linen or lignin amount, content. A bunch of other stuff I don't exactly understand. All I know is that it's a physical thing to do with how their bast fibers form as opposed to other similar plants. It was nice. It was nice to learn about. I thought it was pretty cool. You know, I've got that spinning wheel for this. I could use that. I might. I might also save it for later. Because I can feel that itch. My attention span is a little short today. I want to go do something. Been doing a lot of idle stuff around the base with cooking. I want to do something today. Yeah, you know what? I will save this for later. Although, right now, I'd like to fill that upper rack first. So let me grab a ladder. There we go. Yeah, they're strong, and they've also got... They're structurally strong for the plant, but they're more flexible than something like jute, which is used more for, like, sacks. I mean, you can make sacks with flax. You can do it in this game, too, but... just a little bit different. Yeah, let's go hunting. Let's grab our bags and go grab some stuff. Let's make some steel arrows, too. That would be nice. Because I've got plenty of feathers on hand. We'll just make some arrows and go hunting. Do I want to go hunting for a bear to make leather, or do I want to like go hunt goats and sheep for red meat? Red meat's really good. We'll do red meat. It's less fighting back too. Plus, I can show off what it's like to have a bajillion carcasses in your inventory and also wear a full set of plate armor. Let's go grab that. Grab my shield wherever I put that. Where did I put my shield? Is it in the treasure box? It might be in the treasure box. You'd make a proper storage, too. Nope, it's not here. I must have set it down somewhere. There it is. I don't know why it's there. Okay. I've got those. Let's get some steel on to cook. We'll do... I don't need a lot of my steel right now, so we'll do a stack of ingots. Or not a stack, but, 4. Because 4 should make... I think an ingot makes... Is it 9 or is it 18? I forget how many bits go to arrowheads. It's 2 bits a piece, so it's about... Yeah, if you do the craft for 9, you'll get it. I didn't know X-Skills had its own bit system. It does. 9.5 units of steel. That doesn't seem right. Yeah, it's so arbitrary. It's 4.8 units instead of 5. It's bizarre. Alright, so those are cooking up. We'll wait on that. Let's get a quick look. Over the horizon. Maybe there are some boars we could hunt? That would be great. Pigs are a good source of fat, and at least in this season they should still be eating well. It's not cold enough for their weight to drop yet. Okay, yeah, there's boars, and there are deer, too. Not seeing anything else but those, but I'm sure that forested area has more. There's usually a bear on top of this hill somewhere. But I think I will try to avoid the stuff that fights back, at least for now. Bighorn sheep don't hit terribly hard, but bears certainly do. Well, I mean, bighorn sheep hit hard, but not hard enough to affect me, really. Okay, arrows. It feels very opulent to be using steel for arrowheads, but they're really effective as long as you manage to not lose the arrows. Where's my bow? How is that holding up? Oh, it's barely used. Nice. Alright, we'll toss those bits away. Quench the arrowheads and we'll head out. Although it is 5 o'clock, I probably should have waited to do this earlier in the day. Nah, it's fine. It's still daylight. At least for a few hours. With it really being autumn at this point, the daylight hours are starting to wear down. Get a little bit shorter every day. But yeah, these should be pretty effective. It's 2.5 damage plus 3.75. The babies should at least get killed in one hit, but adults will probably take 2, if not 3. That goes for pigs. I'm pretty sure the whitetail and pampas deer that are around here, I think that should apply. I don't know exactly how much health they have. Damn, I said it was daylight hours, and then it got cloudy as hell. Whatever. Okay, so... 1... Oh, no, it just killed that boar in one hit. No, it didn't. It just didn't flinch. What the hell? What are you... 3. There we go. Yeah, it just didn't run. It's not right. Yeah, I'm not complaining. It's a little strange, but I'll live. No, don't run. Okay, so that one's a male. It's too dark for me to see the impact. I'm shooting over, I think. Not gonna lie, I just tried to dodge that particle of dust because I saw the boar off to the side and I thought something was throwing something at me. Maybe it's me, but I think these arrows don't fall as far? Or as fast, rather? I also just don't use bows very often, so... Your head down. Are you a male? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, because here it comes. Ow. I could have just used my falx on it, honestly. Did I... Here's the part that always gets me about using bows. Where did my stray arrows go? If the blood trail's still over here, I should be able to trace the other one that was here back. Nope. I may have just lost it. Like, it might have broken on it. It's a low chance to break, though. It's only 7%. That's too dark. We'll take this home and we'll do more hunting in the morning. As if I need to. Oh, yeah, and I'm going to put my armor on. A whole 38% walk speed with just 5 corpses. It's ridiculous. Also, yeah, another downside of it changing seasons. I'm used to in the deep summer, in the peak of summer, it's still pretty bright out. It's like, you know, reddish outside. It's almost like a permanent sunset. Not the case now, though. Okay, let's grab you and you. You know what? I'm not gonna carve those up yet. Man, it's been some good wind today. I almost feel like I should be processing more steel, but I can't because, well, I could... No, you can't do steel with fire clay bricks. It's got to be refractory. Man. Probably need to sleep until like 5 or 6 in the morning now to get to daylight hours. That'll do. Okay, toss this extra steel bit that I have for some reason. Must have picked it up off the floor. We'll get our snacks for the day and continue hunting. You know what I should do? I should get... Or I would get a jug of wine, but I think I'm out of wine. I think I've cooked it all down to aqua vitae for my potions. Man, gotta make my potions. It's the whole reason I keep the wine on hand. The wine and brandy is for healing. Oh, I should get some spiles up for... Um... brain. Get spiles for maple sap, so we can make maple syrup. Let's have a look at the bushes. Ripen in 13, 12, 10 days. So a couple days before some of these that are already flowering ripen. And then that same amount of time for the others. It's going to be a bit staggered, but I think it'll be fun. Let's go hunting out to the northwest this time. I remember there was some whitetail that got backed into a corner before. Might be lucky and find more of those. Or a bear. I've encountered some bears out in this area before. Nope, that's a sow. I'm not even going to bother with the rabbits. It's just kind of a waste of inventory space and carrying load. Aha! There's one. Actually, if you're stuck on this hill, I'm just going to beat you to death. If I can aim. Ouch! Valadir's got hands. Hooves? Something like that. Have I robbed this grave already? I have robbed this grave already. Not much of note. Alright, where's my next quarry? I see bunnies. I see a bunch of bunnies. Raccoons. We can mess you up. Yeah. There is a non-zero number of deer-related deaths every hunting season around here. It's not usually terribly high. And I think, at least around here, I think we actually went without any last year. But in the country in general. Oh, there's another pig. I don't think I've explored that ruin yet. Might as well while we're out here. Ah. Sure, I'll take some onions. Not that I need any more right now. Cobble. There's a pot. It's a seed pot. Oh, wouldn't it be nice if this had peanuts in it? Oh, there's a bunch of jars here. Let's see what we got. Tools. Not helpful. Drop the flint tools. We got soybean seeds and turnip seeds. Okay. That's not bad. Let's see if there's any more bony soil before I head out. Not really what I headed out here for, but it's not bad. know, 2 onions is not terribly consequential. More cabbage seeds would be fantastic, though. Not happening right now, though. See another deer. That is looks like a whitetail. Two. Oh, it didn't really run after that one. Oh, no, that's a male. It's trying to aggro into something. Hey, don't you fall to your death. If I lose drops because you run your ass off a hill, I'm gonna be so mad. Okay. 2. I shot 4. Looks like I lost one. Ah, damn. Terrain. Get out of the tree! What are you... Stop it! Oh my god. I didn't know deer could climb trees. You maniac. I gotta get all my arrows out of this damn tree. Oh, they just float in the air. That's great. I'm so happy about that. Oh, it's fine if I lose the steel arrows. I've got more steel coming. I won't waste them. The words of an utter fool. An opulent fool. Yeah, I'm not short too many. I had 45, I'm at 33. Some I lost from the actual hits, others I just lost the field for one reason or another. I knew it would happen. You don't exactly make arrows to get attached to them. You make them to share with others. Very, very quickly. Let's go this way. I don't think I've been out... I was at this ruin a second ago, but I don't think I've gone out much further than that. Other than going straight north to the treasure hunter. I guess I do need to make that saddle and bridle at some point, don't I, to get my elk. I also don't have a head medallion for my elk, if I want to be able to call it. I may need to scrounge up some gears and go to my luxuries trader and buy one. I did buy a new saddle blanket that I will show off when I get back home. It looks really pretty. It's a very lovely navy blue and turquoise pattern, themed after one of the in-game factions of old, the Forlorn Hope. It's gorgeous. Yeah, I don't think I've really been in this spot before. What a shale. You know what I'd like? I'd like a region with basalt, so I could build with that. All path looks the same. I was hoping if you did like basalt stones, it'd be like a darker path block. But it doesn't seem like it. Don't like this terrain. That's more like it. No, I've been out here before. I've been out here off stream. I was coming back from, I think, just exploring. Because there's a section of granite wall, no, limestone that I got some lead from. And I remember seeing... Nope, that's a raccoon. I thought that was a hog. Yeah, because there's a trader out here. But I don't think it was useful. I think that's a furniture trader, and that's why I didn't mark him. I'll check again, though, just to make sure. I think this is like a furniture or building materials trader. Yeah, that's the spot I got the lead from, right there, actually. Oh, no, this is another treasure hunter. That's right. Oh, you know what? I made those damn steel tool heads, and then I never went back and finished making the tools. I'm still using my iron ones. As long as I don't forget, I'll take care of that when I get back home. You know, I almost didn't stream today. Not because I was exhausted like I have been in weeks past. Because I've been having weird stomach problems. I may not even get to the point of making my steel tools if my stomach keeps feeling the way it does right now. I don't know what it is. I can't win for losing, apparently. What is this? I mean, I guess it's a normal ruin. I've just never seen ruins made out of chalk before. You get attached to your target. Nah, leave that be. I want to hunt a little more, but I can't find any suitable targets. And I'm not hunting small game. There's no need for that. Oh, I don't want large game in there. No thanks. I do want to go caving at some point. I would like to find some translocators. I also need metal parts, so I need to go hunting for locust nests. Ooh, there's a lead deposit here. Yeah, this is a good spot. This is all chalk and limestone out here. Let's see, 4 deer. These look like water deer? And they're particularly flighty. Can't tell if that's a rock or a deer. Need my arrows to stop flying to the left. Okay, so the male was in one of those two over there. Because the females will tend to flock around them. Herd around them? They're not birds. Where? You lead me to them. Where did they go? I'll bet they're in those damn reeds. I can't see through the red top grass. I'm gonna have to spook them. Because I can barely pick out the movement. I see 2 over here. I'm gonna have to spook them because I cannot see them. Yeah, they're just too camouflaged in this. It's autumn and it's red top grass and they're small deer. I just need to flush them out. I'm not big on like hunting games for sport, but I do like hunting for survival in games. Very cool. I saw you there. Where'd you go? There you are. Gotcha. So that's one. Oh my gosh. That's two. There are the other two. Wait. Three. I killed two of them. Are there five here? There were five here. Strange. I'll take it. Oh, I'm not complaining. More targets. Okay, 31 arrows. Oh, come on. Even if my crosshair aim is good, the drift can be rough. Okay, that's a raccoon up there. Got you. That's four. Where's the fifth one? There you are. Got you. And these are... just says deer. Oh, they're pampas deer. Okay. Alright, where's my fifth one? Also, check the hillside for arrows first. I've got room for one more. This will be a good red meat stock to process before it starts getting cold. My glass should be finished back home. No point in hunting foxes. Low meat, and it's bush meat at that. Spell. Oh, there's gotta be one good thing out here. By the way, now that my energy levels are going back to the norm, I'm going to get back to my recording and editing on my own time. I want to make a weekly video doing my reading stuff, but I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a backlog of those done ahead of time. It's the works I'm looking at, it's like, what, 70, 80 of them? And I'm thinking maybe releasing 2 or 3 a week with a big backlog so that when my next depressive episode starts, I have a backlog that I can, it's already edited, already mastered, everything. I can just keep the uploads going. Or at the very least do the recordings first and save the edits for later. I don't think I have the space for 2 of you. That would be pretty good. Oh my gosh, I can barely move. I have to get up to them first and then hit them. Oh, there's 4 of these guys. It's good food though. Yo. Come here. And you. Alright, I'm gonna have to make some space. Is there what, 5 slots? 6 slot bags? Toss the onion. Toss the flax. We've got plenty of flax seeds. I want another bag space so I can carry these guys. There's really not much reason to make more bags than I've got. Oh gosh, 16% walk speed. Yeah, I can't carry anything more. I don't even have all of my armor on. I almost feel bad for getting the other deer, these smaller pampas deer, because the bighorn ones drop a ton of meat. But yeah, anyway, I'm gonna get back to some of the work I had in mind. And speaking frankly, I've got that itch again. That game dev itch. But I've been doing I've been introspective today, thinking about that, because I woke up today and I was absolutely exhausted, and the first thing my brain thought was, "Oh, good, it's time to make stuff." Um, I want. I have a very specific kind of game I want to make. I want it's self-indulgent. I want to make something that's got like survival, resource collecting, some automation elements to it. There's oh yeah, I tossed the flax seeds, that's right. They're just elements I like in games. They're games I like to play. It doesn't have to be super complicated, but I want to make it. And I like the process of making it. But I was thinking about my hobby horse, Cordesia, and a number of other projects I've made in the past. And part of the reason development ended up petering out for me, not just the depression, I'm not blaming everything on my depression. Part of the reason the interest in developing them petered out was I got to the point of doing testing before you start like filling things out with content. You know, you work on mechanics, you do testing. Before I even put it in other people's hands, I just didn't find it fun. Like I would execute the idea as I set out, and then it ended up just not being that interesting. And I'm thinking the commonality, the common denominator across a number of projects I've done is the fact that the design of the games I like working on, or I've worked on in the past, kind of rely on a level of AI, like game AI, not Gen AI. They rely on a level of AI that I have not fleshed out. Like when I go to make these games, the first thing I think of is, oh, I'll make simple enemies, and then I'll work on the mechanics, and then I'll make the enemies smarter later. I literally have that in my game design document for the last time I was working on Cordesia, doing it as a tower defense game. And the thing is, for the complex AI that those kinds of games need, that's like actual, like industry level, like research and development. Where, like, the last time I was working on something like that, I was watching a talk by StarCraft 2 developers on how they made the approach. And it was one guy that made it, but it was his entire job for months figuring out how to do their unit, doing both the micro control and also getting units to position properly. And it's like I decided, oh no, I'm not going to do that. That's too much for me. I know better. And I made an AI that was not nearly as complicated. It was very rudimentary, and the rest of the game just didn't really hold up with that. And so I've got to make a decision on the next project I work on. If I'm going to have some cool AI enemies in it, I have to decide, am I going to actually commit and make them good? Or am I going to design around really dumb enemies from the get-go so I don't work myself into a corner again, find out that the idea just doesn't kind of work, and then walk away from it again? I don't want to do that again. So I am approaching this next idea with that in mind first. Because at this point, I'm content to not pick up my old work again, and I'm not interested in trying to do Cordisha as an idea again. The idea is sound. It, like I said, it requires a level of AI programming that I'm just, more than anything, I'm not interested in doing it because it is so complex. I want to get to the other mechanics where the enemies are accessory to it, not the not just the primary focus. The enemies are the resistance. They're the friction behind what you're doing, what your goal is, and I need to design around that. Needless to say, I do still want some enemies, or I want some other kind of resistance. I'm trying to explore the space a little bit more because I think previously I've been kind of short-sighted on the potential of what I've got available, what I know how to do. And I think instead of trying to make enemies that are particularly like really smart, I'm thinking if I work in a space, like if I'm doing like a 2D side-on platformer style kind of game, can I make enemies that are really stupid but complement each other? Or you're working in a space where even though they're kind of stupid, they have an advantage over you. Maybe they're particularly mobile. Um, there was a game I played a long time ago called Dig or Die, and it's a pretty simple indie game, but a couple of its real hard hitting points that I really liked. The enemies were simplistic. There were like two basic kinds of enemies you encounter in the game. There are these like wasp type flying enemies, and then there are these like dog like ground based enemies. And both of them, if they couldn't reach you easily or reach your defenses easily, they would dig. They would start shooting or attacking blocks around them. And the game featured a pretty, I won't say realistic, but a pretty like interactive, pretty involved structure, structural integrity system, where you can't build like too high, you can't build too far out, or your blocks fall. If your stuff gets broken out at the base, your structures will collapse. And so these really simple enemies were really good at testing your ability to defend both tall structures and underground structures because they could break your foundations and break your structures from different angles. They synergized really well together. Um, and that's the kind of synergy, kind of interactivity I want to look at. Maybe not. On the one hand, it's like maybe don't rip that exactly, you know, word beat for beat, word for word. On the other hand, if I'm trying to make really stupid AI in a 2D side-on game, it's a great idea to steal, but maybe work on my own stuff first before I get to that point. Great example, but not something I want to like copy necessarily. Um, the sticking point I've got in this resource collection automation style game I'm looking at, I want to work on something that has you changing areas regularly instead of setting up in one location and then having to constantly come back to it to defend things. I want to focus on more interesting, like short-term setup. Ooh, the soybeans are almost done. Some of those are about half of those are immature. I'm going to give them another day or two. Yeah, it looks like 24 hours should get these guys set, more or less. Very good. I keep meaning to check the temperature, and I'm not. So the soybeans are nearly done. All the spelt would be done in 5-6 days. Got another batch of flax still going. The rice will probably not be done until October. But it should be warm enough for them to not get stunted. I'm hoping, praying. I found that rice really late into the spring and summer. And the first harvest, I basically turned entirely into... Not entirely, I think I turned about half of it into seeds. Because we have, what, 120 rice grain in here? 121. It's good stuff. So let's see. I made some more salads today. I'm going to make another cooling cabinet before we wrap up for the night. Where did my... Here's my bowl. Did some hunting. Got steel processed. Made some nice arrows, some tools. Let's do the tools before we wrap up. Let's get that going. I need to get a regular stick for the falcos. I would kind of like to make a gold plate to do a golden falcos, just for the hell of it. So you know what? Let's do that. Okay, shush. 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 Hush. Hush. Shut up. Alright. Should have some tool handles already prepared. I have 2 tool handles already prepared, and then I've got a lesser one here. Turns out you can use animal fat, beeswax, or oil to grease your handles. This is a beeswax one, but oil is the best. Grab a piece of leather. That does remind me, I need to get chromium so I can do sturdy leather for better backpacks. And... oh, what else was sturdy leather for? You can do it with saddlebags, a sturdy mining bag. There's something else important. I guess it's just the... oh, sturdy leather makes for a better tool handle too, I'm pretty sure. Instead of the regular leather, but I'll have to test that. Right, so we've got our falcos. What are the most important tools I use in the day? Probably the pick. My iron knife is almost done. I'll do the axe, the pick, and the knife, and we'll get the shovel done later. And then I need to get some more handles treated and put up to dry. We'll do the knife with the weaker handle. And then the axe and the pick with the other ones. Alright, we'll sharpen these and then we'll have a look at the durability, because it should be in the 9 to 10,000 range, just about. Ah, I'm a fool. I made the damn falcos without waiting on the gold plate. I'll make another one. This will be my backup falcos. Oh my gosh. I didn't even think about it. It's not like I can take it apart, I don't think. Yeah, can't take it apart. Oh well. Falx is a Falx, even if it's not pretty. So the knife... Oh my gosh, look at that. The handle durability is only 10,000, but look at that head durability, man. 15,000. Why? I haven't used it. Why is the durability not maxed out? Strange. So the axe is legendary with 12,000 durability. Handle durability is kind of but the grip on the handle makes the handle not take as... It's got like a 25% chance to not take damage, so that's effectively the same health. The pick is epic. The durability of about 17,000. That is wild. That is fantastic. So we'll keep the shovel. And get some tool handles processed. So it should just be a knife with this, right? It's a carve. Ah, sandpaper. Can't forget. I need to make some more. This is my last batch. Why? Oh, it's at the top. Okay. There we go. So then we'll put these away. My bucket of flax is here. And then we'll put those on the rack to dry. We need exactly 4 left. Because I can get rid of the old shears.
And now,
should be able to.
Secret Horse.
Hi, Squid. Some unfortunate timing. I was getting ready to head out, actually. I'm having some stomach problems, and it's been about 2 hours anyway. But it's good to see you. It's been it's several days. I hope you're doing well. My energy is coming back, so I expect to be streaming the rest of the week. Still, it's good to have you. I'm glad you came by. We didn't do a whole lot exciting today. I did some casual hunting. I made salads. I made some very meaty salads. Salads that have let's see, 1,400 calories in a single salad. Because it's got egg and meat and a lot of syrup and onion and some breadcrumbs to fill it out. It's good food. Plus, eating it gives me some bonus health for a time. It's good food. What are we doing next time? So that I can remember while I'm editing the VOD for this to upload next week. Gotta harvest the soybeans. I'm gonna do more food prep. Maybe we'll go caving. Because I know there's like... the closest cave I know of is... over here. There's a hole right here that I have stuff come out when I'm trying to mine gold from my quartz vein out here. I need to make spiles for the maple trees, but those won't be harvestable until January. Gotta get turnips and stuff planted when it's cool enough. 2 weeks, or basically 2 weeks of streams. Well, that's 12 to 15 days at 48 hour or 48 minutes a day. I'm not doing that math. You, machine, do this math for me. Times, that's what, 80%? Yeah, 0.8, 12 hours. Yeah, so it's, yeah, about a week of streams, give or take. And I can start harvesting berry bushes from my farm down south and do winemaking. So that'll be something we do week after next. It's basically, I want to get food preps so that I don't have to do any hunting during the winter if I can help it. And if I'm not hunting in the winter, I can do building. I can go explore some of these locations on my map. We've got the better ruins ones to the west, and then once I have my bridle and saddle, I can grab my elk. I don't know why I have to get the elk to go to the lazaret. Also, Forlorn Hope saddle blanket. It's very pretty. I like it a lot, and I think it'll be nice. Anyway, I'm going to head off. Hope you all have a lovely night, and I will see you hopefully tomorrow. If I'm not still having stomach issues or I'm not dead asleep. We'll see. Until then, bye-bye and good night.